Yo.
Hey.
Oh, chirpy.
Oh, man. I'm still shaking.
Look at you. This is like a different James. If you've got both this week's and last week's podcast downloaded, listen to the first 5 seconds of this one and then go back and listen to the first 5 seconds of the last one. I assume you've done it.
Yeah, I just did it just a minute ago. And yeah, I feel amazing. It's great.
Talk me through it. So, Talk me through your day, because we spoke yesterday.
Yeah. So,
you seem pretty close to jacking it all in. And just talk me through what happened. So, did you go back to it last night?
Yeah, I went back to it last night and I played some more, but I wasn't really getting anywhere. And I was still getting more and more frustrated with it. And also, the humanity levels were going down, like, really quickly. The amount of humanity I'd left.
Did you see all those signs on the floor that just say, need humanity?
Yeah. And I thought, that's going to be me. I was thinking, I'm going to be writing those signs on the floor. And I thought, that's just really sad. I don't want that to be me.
Yeah.
But, so I was trying it and I kept on, using the knight, who is, okay, summoning that knight is often not entirely useful, because twice I summoned him and he didn't even make it into the fight. I don't know what happened. He just gets stuck. You know, the two other massive ones that are before you go there. He gets stuck with them and he doesn't make it. And so I was like, I started the fight with Ornstein and Smough, right? And I'm just thinking, okay, any minute now he's going to come through the door and give me some help. And then so I'm just trying to keep some distance from them. And I'm like, hey, you coming? Are you coming?
Guy? And then, like I mentioned before as well, if you co-op with an NPC, it makes the boss's HP higher.
Yeah.
So you've literally just made it harder for yourself there.
Yeah. And it was just, so I was like waiting for him to come through and he never did. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to deal with this myself. But then, like you said, it was harder. Yeah. And so I did that a couple of times and I just kept on failing. And the worst thing about it was the amount of health I was losing just getting to the point where I summoned him, you see.
Yeah.
Because I was losing at least an Estus flask, on the way there from getting, because the thing is, you can get rounds, because I've done this, okay, I've not been at work today, so I've just been doing this all day, pretty much. And okay, not all day, but at least half a day I've been doing this. So I could get it down where I could get around all of it without getting touched. Because it's
how were you getting there? Were you using the jump over the wall technique?
Yeah, you see, I tried. If I was doing the summoning, I was doing that. But then because I was aware of the fact that my humanities were really dwindling to nothing, in the end I was just like, oh, forget it. I'm just going to go in there and solo it, you see.
No. I mean, with the jumping over the stair bit, how were you getting to that room?
What do you mean?
Well, I told you about that shortcut where you could just jump over the spiral stair and cut out, the whole run up to Ornstein and Smough.
Yeah, I know, but which bonfire are you talking about coming from?
The first bonfire, there's a spiral staircase after that first night that appears, and you run up halfway through, and then you jump over the wall of the staircase, and it takes you to that hallway where the stray demon is.
Right.
It takes you right away there.
Which one was that?
The one with the rooms either side. I think it's that bit.
Yeah, you see, you're talking about coming from the other bonfire. That's not from the first bonfire in Orlando.
Why are you coming from there, you psychopath?
Because if you come from there, you get 10 Estus flasks, because it's already reinforced there.
Yeah, but
so you get, and then all you've got to do is you just have to run through there, and then the doors are open because I opened them earlier.
Yeah, but
and then you can just run straight through.
What I'm saying is, why didn't you just kindle the second bonfire?
Because the thing is, if you do that, you've still got to get to the summoning spot, haven't you? Mind you, I suppose you could go up around the you could go up the things.
You went a long distance just to get to those bosses, man.
Yeah, and it was kind of annoying because I was getting hurt on the way as well. Yeah, that was kind of irritating.
You've got the guys outside as well as the ones inside.
Yeah, sure. But
you're a psychopath. This is insane.
But it was okay because I got to the stage where I could get through all of those without getting touched. Because it's you just have to run and jump at the right moments, so then when they swing their thing, they don't hit you. And,
wow, that is long ting. Okay.
So I got that down over the time, and So in the end, I was just thinking, because I was had hardly any left, I was just going in there and just thinking, I'm going to see how I can do with this, without summoning anything. Then I came upon you see, I know you told me how to do it in the sense of like you're supposed to keep them split up, but the real key here is those pillars.
Yeah.
If you can keep like Smough behind a pillar, then you've got a chance because you can just do damage to Ornstein as he keeps like attacking you because he's actually not that strong. Like, you know, especially against like Krelag's sword, you know, it's like the fire. It takes him down pretty quickly. Like it's not that bad. So my main concern as I was doing it was getting rid of him so then I could fight the enraged, you know, bigger Smough, right?
Yeah.
But with that, that was also because I had a strategy with that. I was thinking, okay, I can use arrows, you know, to do that and try and keep some distance. But the thing is like, because I think I sent you a text message, didn't I, where I was like, I was so close. And that's because so many times, like I tried it so many times and I just got like, I got cocky and started to sort of like think, you know, take too many hits.
Yeah, that's exactly what, that's exactly what I warned you about last night is when you're like, when you're stuck like you are, or you were, you totally fall into that stage of, I just want this over now. So if I just put in an extra couple of hits, then chances are it'll go down quicker. And you just think, and you're an idiot if you do that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've done it, but like,
it's because you're just like, why won't you just die? You know, it's that kind of thing that's like going on, and it's really annoying.
Totally.
So about 4 or 5 times that happened to me, where I was like, I'd had him down to about a quarter of his health left, and I was just thinking, I can do it. But as I said, I just did it just now, and I soloed it. Like I didn't summon anything.
That is brilliant.
And what I did was I went in there, I took out Ornstein first by doing like what I said, by keeping them behind. I still had about 6 Estus flasks left from that, which was enough for what I was trying to do. So what I was doing was I tried to keep distance continuously between me and Smough, always with a pillar in front of us. So that you can always that. And then I was using my crossbow to like just sort of like go to the right, shoot him, and then that would take off, okay, not a lot of health, but like enough so it didn't feel like I was wasting my time. And then like just keep going backwards to the next pillar. Do you know what I mean? And then sort of,
you, man, you're absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, no, because it was cool because I was like circling, basically I was like circling around as he was like coming towards me. The Estus Flask thing is not so much of a problem if you keep the distance, you know, between you and Smough and between the big pillar. So my plan was basically to sort of circle back and shoot at him from behind the pillar and then go and sort of keep backing up all the time and then just taking a shot when I could and then keeping like the distance.
Right.
Now, the thing, see, and this worked really well actually, although as I said, like a couple of times I tried this before, I failed, and this was mostly because I got cocky and I started to think maybe I can get a few more shots in, or I got backed into a corner. Now, the same thing happened in this run as well, but it worked out okay, but I don't know how, because I misjudged, where he was, like, in front of one of the pillars, and then he came at me and hit me, and I was like, oh no, I'm finished. But I got my sword out, and then, like, hacked him a bit, which took more off, and then I sort of ran backwards away. And then I noticed he had hardly any health left, and I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And I was like, really, like, the blood was really pumping.
Yeah, heart pumping moment.
And then I was like, the crossbow. So I got that out again, and then, like, shot him, and he went down. And I was just like, oh.
Holy shit. Wow. So, I mean, this is fantastic news. We can really push on now. You know, as I said, like I've mentioned before, I want to take you to a couple of really cool areas before we continue on with the main story.
Yeah.
But there really is nothing that you can't handle now. You should be, I mean, yeah, you've really got to be fine. Did you upgrade your dexterity?
Well, yeah, I mean, I upgraded it to about, I think it was 28 by that point.
That's pretty good.
Because before it was like, you know, when you saw it was like 21 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I went up some more. Now, because I just got all the souls from killing them, and I've just upgraded it further, it's like over 30 something now. And I think.
Right. Okay. So you've got to a very, very interesting bit of the game. You've met Guinevere.
Oh, can I just tell you one other thing before we do that? Yeah, I've also, because I was on a high after doing that. just before because seriously, I was really excited.
I just ran around the fucking local town with my dick out.
Well, actually, that was the thing I was noticing about Smough, actually. As I was going out, has he got a dick hanging down?
What a question.
because like as he was like going around one of the pillars, I noticed something in that area like waving around, and I was just like, "Is that armor or is it an armored dick?" I wasn't sure.
I've no idea. I didn't know it's a dick.
Yeah, I mean, I was
a dick hanging down.
I was a bit panicked, and it was like, but anyway, so I was pretty high, so I thought, okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to try those other, the other three as well. But then I thought what I'll do is I'll do what you suggested, and because I still had humanity left over, because of like soloing them, I've still got some left over now.
Yeah.
And I also got one extra from them for
killing them.
Killing him. So I thought I'm going to go back and try that. So I just went back and I did it, and I nearly actually did it by using like a humanity. I'm pretty certain I can do it. Actually, it's not. As long as I can heal myself, I can pretty much do it. Because I figured out the guy with the curved blades. I figured out his attack pattern. Because what he does is he goes for you. As long as you just keep out of the way, then you can hit him on the counter, and it's fine.
Cool.
But if I do him, then the other one's even easier because he's just got a spear, and it's like
fucking brimming with confidence.
Yeah,
he's a changed man.
I know. Well, after you've done that, it's like, and especially I was really okay. I was proud of myself for doing it solo as well. Like just thinking,
it's something I never did. I was never able to do, and I kind of finished the game thinking I've got some unfinished business there, and I really need to take them on again.
It's totally possible. You just have to, It's. And
Don't you start giving me advice.
No, because I think the reason for it is probably because like the HP is lower as well, and so it's not quite so difficult, to do.
When the HP is lower.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, they're not as strong as they are if there's like two of you, and yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But oh man, that was cool. This is I do love this game now actually a lot. Like doing that this has been the most enjoyable one to do actually. Wow. In the sense of like, okay, it was really annoying and really horrible at the beginning, but now I've done it, I do feel a massive sense of achievement from that.
Yeah.
It's this one, and that one at the beginning, the one with the dogs,
Capra Demon.
These two are the ones that have annoyed me the most, and I felt the most achievement from doing. Because the Capra Demon fighting that was when I also had like pumping blood and that kind of thing. Whereas, and this time as well, but the other ones not so much. But these two definitely, it's cool.
Fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so let's.
I'm so glad I started playing this now. It's.
I told you it's a good game. Like it is an incredible game. It's an incredible game, and as we've pointed out before, like there's so many layers to it. I mean, you're loving the game because of the mechanics and the gameplay and everything, and there's a lot to love there. But then there's the lore side of it as well, which is so interesting and so deep. The whole package is just fucking phenomenal. This is why it was like sort of my game of the generation. Like it ended up being my game of the generation because, man, fuck. When you get to that, I can't describe how I felt once I completed the game. Yeah. I was kind of like, this was never supposed to happen, yet here I am. Wicked. Right, so what did you do after you went and spoke to Guinevere?
I haven't done any of that yet because
I was... James, what? Are you fucking kidding me?
I just called you. I was on a high, so I called you. From that, so I don't know what happens next.
Is it on? Is it near?
It's in another room. Like it's too far away. I can't go and do it now.
James, you've missed your reward.
What do you mean? I can still go and get it.
There's like a huge reward that you need to experience. What? I can't believe you're here.
I know, but I didn't know. I thought the reward was basically just getting those souls and stuff.
There's a huge reward just sitting there waiting for you. Go and speak to you've seen Guinevere, right?
No. Who's that? She's behind.
You go up the lifts and there's a bonfire there.
Yeah, I lit the bonfire. Then I went back and tried fighting those other guys.
Behind that is the... Oh my God, what are we still doing talking? Go and do it. And then...
Alright, should I go and do it now and then call you back in a minute?
Do it now and call me back.
Alright, okay.
Alright, bye. Yo.
Alright.
Go on.
Oh man, I'm still buzzing now.
From what's just happened?
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, I get the whole amazing chest thing now. Like this.
Try holding with two hands.
I'm like, is this dead or alive? Or it's like, but
it's pretty funny, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's it's pretty kind of hypnotic. I don't know, it's weird. But anyway, see, I just did that, and she's just given me the ring thing.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, so I can warp now, can't I?
You can warp from bonfire to bonfire. Yeah. No more of this. Holy shit. That is fucking ages away. I don't really want to make that whole trip. You can warp to Andre's bonfire. You can warp to Analondo when you want. You can warp to Firelink Shrine. It's beautiful. It is.
Yeah, actually, when I think about it, the better this is, because this means if I want to grind, I can do it really easily.
Yes.
Yeah,
let it sink in, James.
Yeah, if I want to level up, I can just go to Analondo and just fight those things, because you get like 1,500 souls off each of them.
Not only that, like one of the end areas is near Firelink Shrine. One of them's near Analondo, all that sort of stuff. So you don't have to think, I've got to go all the way back up through Sens, up to Analondo, then to the next place. You just walk there now.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you're not that bothered. I think you'd be more excited.
No, I am, because I was just thinking about Sens Fortress, because I was just thinking about what Andy said when we were talking about it, or maybe you said, I can't remember, about how, because I went back there recently, and it's like, it does feel like really easy now.
Yeah,
in the sense of like, like just going around it is really not difficult at all, and like you can just explore it and not really feel bothered by it. You know, compared with when I first went in there and you're just thinking, how am I going to get through this?
Yeah.
It's, this is what is amazing about this game. And I really, it's like, I can totally understand, because it's like, you really have to go through it before you can like really understand all this.
Yeah.
You know, before you can appreciate it, you have to have experienced it. And,
do you know what? This has probably been my favourite call of yours. You know, we always try and make these calls funny, and, you know, we have arguments here and there, and that's all well and good. But, like, you can properly hear the passion in your voice for this game now. And I think that's what everyone's been waiting for. People wanted you to love it. Like you do. Yeah. When you give someone Dark Souls or tell someone to play and they start playing it, you just want them to adore it because you do. You know, you've been through that, and you know that once you wade through the shit, you actually get to like this amazing, and then like all these like moaning about the frame rate and, you know, complaining about certain enemies and stuff, that all just drifts away because you're in that zone now. You're in that sort of, the game's got hold of you, and you're thinking, holy shit, this is something special.
I mean, I started to really realise today that it was something that had like really grabbed me now, because it's like, you know, I've just been thinking about the game all the time when I'm not playing it.
Yeah.
Like, I just keep wanting to go back to it, and just like, even though I was getting my ass kicked, I still feel like I wanted to go back to it. And now I really want to go back to it, because it's like, you know, I just want to go wherever I'm going next.
See what's next. See, the thing is that you know those moments where you just think, oh, this game is just too hard, and you know, how the fuck am I going to get through this area? You've still got those moments to come. Like, there are still plenty of areas to go through, and you'll still get, you know, challenged. But because you've experienced that sort of massive high, that sort of makes you want to push through a little bit more.
Yeah.
For me, it had a bit of a bad effect, because I just kind of thought, well, I want that feeling again. So I kind of rushed the final third, which is going to make me helping you out quite a challenge, actually, because I don't remember a lot of the areas. Tomb of the Giants, I don't know how I'm going to walk you through that. I literally held the run button and ended up near the boss. So I, you know, got lucky, but, yeah, I'm sure you'll work it out. If you've done Ornstein and Smough on your own, you can work things out from it. It's fine. I can just guide you in the right direction now. I don't have to worry about, you know, I can give you tactics for the bosses, but I don't have to worry about telling you what to put your points into. You know what you're doing in terms of character building, and you've got your main weapon now, which is a big deal. I've
also got my main armor, I think, as well, because I'm using Havel's armor, and you can't upgrade that anyway. It's what it is.
That'll help you with certain bosses, but not with others. I mean, there's a thing called tanking, which I mentioned really early on in the podcast, but I can explain what that means now. There's certain bosses that you can stand right next to and just absolutely pummel, and then just, you know, try and avoid the attacks a bit, but it doesn't matter if you get hit, because you've got enough time to use your Estus flask and stuff. So they call that tanking, because you're not really worried about taking damage. Havel's Armour's great for that. And when we get to the Four Kings, I think it's called, or the Three Kings. Jesus, I don't even know. I think it's the Four Kings.
Hopefully there's 3. That'd be better. But.
Well, there's infinite. You can have like 12 on you at once if you're not good enough, but you should be fine with that. That we'll use the tanking technique because fuck trying to describe how to beat that any other way. Awful boss. But yeah, fucking exciting. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was going to ask you something else, but I forgot what it was now. I'm going to go back. Can I go back and do those other 2 though? Like those 3, because I want to just do that.
Go and do Lautrec, and then get the Firekeeper Soul. Don't use it. Just give it back underneath the Firelink Shrine bonfire. Return the Firekeeper Soul to her, and then relight the Firelink Shrine because you will need that. But from there, I mean, that's where you've got to go anyway after Lautrec.
Okay, so I do that, and then, because that bonfire's not active, is it? So do I just walk to something that's close to there and then go there?
Yeah. And then Andre's bonfire, something like that. That should be fine.
Okay, and then so there's that woman, that thing that was like trapped, yeah? So I give the soul to that.
Give the soul to that, and you can light the bonfire again, right? This is what you need to do next. I can't really sort of describe exactly where to go, but I can give you a good shout. There's a nest in a tree above Firelink Shrine. Okay, have a look for it. It's a bird's nest. Yeah. Then have a look for a path that leads to it. It will take a little bit of sort of platforming, but you should be able to find your way easily. The way to get there is the lift that links the Undead Parish to the Firelink Shrine.
Yes. Yeah, I remember.
Near all those pots and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Well, go up that, but look for a place that you can jump out before it gets to the top. Okay? And that's the start of the path that leads you to the nest. Once you're in the nest, it will explain what to do. Do what it says. It might take a little time for it to work. Stick with it. That's going to be your next area.
Right, okay.
Okay?
That's very cryptic.
It's not cryptic. Yeah. It's literally what happens. But I don't want to ruin the little surprise for you. So
it's not going to be a surprise, which is like it's a boss run where it's like you've got to fight all the other bosses before with one Estus flask.
No, it's something like that. It's something like that. But I will say this: in the next area, the thing you're looking for is a doll, right? So don't worry about bosses so much, but just concentrate on finding a doll, and it's in a very, very familiar place. That's all I'm going to say. That's cryptic.
Okay.
So that's your next task after you've beaten Lautrec and return the Firekeeper Soul.
Yeah. Okay. So my first goal is beat Lautrec, return the Firekeeper Soul, and then move on to there. Okay.
To the tree, the nest in the tree at Firelink Shrine.
Okay.
All right.
I can do that. I definitely can do that. You know, it's
look at you. You're just like you're reborn. This is so. This honestly, it's genuinely so nice to hear because like you've got the excitement, you've got the buzz, you're sort of ready to take on anything now, and it's just I don't know what I'm going to feel like when you complete the game. I genuinely don't. I think I'm going to be like properly buzzing because I knew you'd love this game, so it's good to hear you're loving it. B, it has been a slog and it has been hard at times, but I feel like, we blatantly haven't done it together, but it kind of feels like we've done it together. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm sort of helping you around. Man, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to have to arrange something for your fight against Gwyn.
For the finale, we'll have to do something stream it or something. I don't know. Is
it Gwyn or Glyn? I can't remember.
That'd also be quite funny because if I keep messing it up, it'll be like, okay, we're still here. It's taken 4 hours, but we're still here.
We're going to have to organise that, whether it's a live event or whether. Tell you what, if you're listening to this now and you think you could make a live event somewhere in London and you'd be interested, tweet.
That's scaring me now.
At Dark Calls Pod. And if we get enough interest, we'll do it. If not, we'll stream it online. So it'll be one of the two.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's going to be a while, though, I think. I mean, how much longer do you think I've got? I mean, I've
still got a long way. I think you've got one of the areas that you need to take on has about 5 bosses in it, put it that way. And I think there's what is it? There's I can't remember if there's 3 or 4 Lord Souls. And I can't remember if those Lord Souls include the last guy.
Okay.
I can't remember, but there's still a pretty long way to go. I think after this, I'll take you the same route. Basically, you're asked to take down the Lord Souls now, which are the big bosses of the game. They're the ones that are introduced at the start in the opening cutscene. You've got to take them down and gather their souls, and then you can either, you can do something to the final flame. It's all part of the lore. Although you won't even notice until after we talk about it at the end. But the thing is this is where it's like, I mean, it's all sort of free roam anyway. You can go and do what you want when you want. Sort of. There are sort of pinpoints there and stuff, but this one is literally, you could take them in any order before you take on the final boss. But I think I'll take you my route, which may not be the best route, but we'll do it anyway, because at least then I can sort of keep track of where you are. But yeah. Oh, James Farley.
I know, I mean, so far you've been guiding me kind of okay, to be honest, because, I mean, I'm really happy with this sword.
This is what's weirding me out, is that I've got are we getting these messages through?
Yeah.
Saying, I'm getting really angry with the advice you're giving. You've got to remember, I've completed it once. I don't know the girl. I don't know the game that well. I'm not an expert at this game by any means, and I'm just trying to. The only way I know how to complete this game is my way. I don't know about magic. I don't know about tactics or anything like that. I've just given you my way of completing the game, and that's all I can do, really.
See, I mean, that's what I was thinking, because when I was playing it earlier, I was just thinking, what would this be like? Because I know that you could obviously play this as like a magic character, like with using just magic and stuff.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, what's that be like? But I don't know.
It's a completely different game. Like, I watch people playing it, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, that is insane. Like, balls of light appear around them in a circle, and it just fires at people. That's weird. Like, I can't wrap my head around it. I literally played the game just running around twatting people. That's all I did.
I've been pretty happy with it so far. I mean, this Fury Sword is great. It looks cool as well. That helps.
Yeah, and that'll, when we get to the painted world, I'll explain a little bit later, but like, that really helps you, that Fury Sword. That's really important to have. So, it's all good. It's all good.
All right, I want to go, because I want to go back to it now. And, I want to do these few things. So
good luck, dude. You got your mission. Go and do it.
Good.
I'll speak to you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.